It's just gone 11:15 on Thursday evening, and I've boarded a train from Cambridge bound for London King's Cross. It's probably the latest time I've ever caught a train, and having driven from Bury St Edmunds to Cambridge station is eerily quiet. I did half expect to perhaps see others alighting the train to do similarly to what I'm about to do overnight, but there was not many people boarding the train at all. It's going to be interesting to see London at night whilst it's all lit up. I arrived into the capital about an hour ago, and it was a 30-minute transfer by tube to Bermondsey Station, followed by a short walk to Suffolk Park, which is the current entry point to join the queue for lying in state. And having arrived here at just before 1 a.m, it's taken 20 minutes to pass through the entry point of the park and meander through what feels like metre after metre of rubber flooring and crowd control gates. And we're finally at the end of the queue, which is just under 5 miles according to the government tracker, with an estimated queue duration of 9 hours. But this is it, the start of the biggest queue that I've ever been a part of, and everybody seems completely happy about it. You know, there's no despondency about it. Everybody is prepared with rucksacks and seats and just whatever it takes. They want to have their moment to pay their respects to their Queen. It's now 2:30 in the morning. It's taken just over an hour to meander through the barrier gates of Suffolk Park at the various entry points for the lying in state queue. I'm now walking along the south bank of the River Thames, looking across to the Tower Bridge and the Tower of London. And tonight, as probably in many of the nights over this National Mourning period, the bridge is lit up in a purple homage to Her Majesty the Queen, and to the left of it is the Shard, also lit up in a similar colour. And as you look across the river to the city, it is particularly still. There is a real sense of quiet stillness in the midst of the night, which I've never previously experienced in London before. And other than the queue of people that are just gently meandering their way along the route, you really can't hear very much at all. It very much feels like the respectful tone and ambience that's to await us at the end of this, when we reach Westminster Hall, is already being set early on into this procession. Hi Luke, good morning again.
So where are you now? Because we started off our journey with you at 6:10 and you were at Blackfriars Bridge, which is around 2 miles or 2.5 miles away from Westminster Hall. Then we caught up with you just after 8 and you were in between Waterloo Bridge and Blackfriars Bridge.
Well, we've made some good progress in the last hour or so, Luke. I'm now the other side of Westminster Bridge, having come past the London Eye, meandered around the back of County Hall, crossed the crossing for Westminster Bridge, and I'm now looking directly at the Palace of Westminster, where Her Majesty is lying in state.
How long have you been in that queue? Remind us.
So I started out at 1:15 this morning at Suffolk Park, which is probably somewhere in the region of 3.5 to 4 miles away from where I am now. It took about an hour and a quarter to meander through the various entry points, so that you were then formed up into the queue. And then, having exited Southwark Park at about 2:30 this morning, then passed by Tower Bridge and started to pick out all the various landmarks on the banks of the Thames.
Yes,
and made
you
some good
tweeted
progress.
a picture, didn't you? You tweeted a lovely picture earlier on in the morning of a purple Tower Bridge.
That's right. Tower Bridge, since the announcement a week ago of Her Majesty's death, has been decorated in a purple kind of lighting montage, which just looked absolutely stunning in the still of night here at 3:30 this morning. But it's it then hit a bit of a snag for the best part of 3.5 hours. We didn't really move that much in the Blackfriars Waterloo Bridge area, but then just before 9 o'clock, pace picked up, and as I say, we're now coming up to 10 o'clock, and it is reported that we've probably got another 3 hours or so until we are in Victoria Palace Gardens and approaching Westminster Hall. But it's been worth the wait, and now that you can see the Palace of Westminster and the sun's trying to break through, it's starting to kind of set the tone about what we're about to do.